It's Monday, the 23rd day of May, 2022. This Day Weather Podcast brought to you by Cowboy State News Daily. Check them out at cowboystatenewsdaily.com or check them out on their Facebook page, Cowboy State News Daily, Wyoming's news authority. Well, folks, it's going to be a very cool start to the week and a little wet. We're going to have a nice warm-up. Then as we head into Memorial Day weekend, we're going to cool off again. It's going to be very cool. Many areas here to start the week will only be in the 50s to at warmest the lower 60s. In fact, we got areas that are getting snowed on this morning over the higher elevations. We got a nice warm-up coming Wednesday through Friday. In fact, we're talking 70s and 80s by the end of the week. Now, what will the Memorial Day weekend look like? Well, colder. It's going to really cool off, especially mid to late in the weekend and into Memorial Day Monday with everything. Rain, snow, thunderstorm activity possible. So I would call it a typical Rocky Mountain High Plains Memorial Day weekend, a little bit of everything. Plan on a variety of weather for the holiday weekend as you make your plans, camping, fishing, boating, doing stuff outdoors. You're going to have to kind of be fleet of foot so you can adapt to the weather. This is Fox Park, Wyoming this morning. Now this is up about 9,000 feet. So this is just off of Highway 230. West of Laramie near Fox Park. Snow pretty good over the mountains of southern Wyoming and northern Colorado overnight, but this is Interstate 80 at Arlington this morning. So here we are, May 23rd, still staring down snow chances, and as we'll tell you in the long-range forecast, if you're going to plan on being in the high country next weekend, this Memorial Day weekend, there is a risk of some snow, and we'll show you why. Here's today's upper level pattern at 500 millibars or 18,000 feet. We can see this trough right here. This is basically part of the same storm system and pattern change that came in late last week with the snow and the rain on Friday and the freezing temperatures. We had a lot of areas break record low temperatures over the weekend. This trough is going to be followed by another little one right here coming through tomorrow. And this is the temperature pattern for today. Relative to average, you can see all the below average temperatures for this afternoon across the entire central and western United States. By Tuesday afternoon, we've got this other trough moving slowly through this region here, but this will be a good rain producer for this area right here, bringing more showers and thunderstorms and needed spring moisture, even getting into parts of New Mexico and West Texas that really need it. And these are our temperatures for tomorrow. Look how cold it is relative to average here. By the end of the week, though, we have the low in the Corn Belt, but here we go. High pressure coming on in. So this is going to bring a nice warming trend our way with temperatures warming up nicely as southwest winds will push in some desert air, giving us a nice warm up. So it's a bit of weather whiplash coming. Cold to start the week, a little damp, nice and warm mid to late in the week. And then as we get to the weekend, we'll show you what happens after that. Now, these are temperatures by Thursday and Friday. So look at the big warm-up Thursday. Look how warm it gets on Friday. But you can see into the Pacific Northwest here, the cold front coming and the cold encroaching on the Pacific Northwest and western areas of Canada. And by Saturday afternoon, we're going to have a cold front come through here. We've got another trough and a cold front coming in here that'll come in for Sunday and Monday. And here it is. By Monday morning, we've got a low swinging across the northern Great Basin headed east. So what this will do is bring a colder than average air mass back into the western United States while it's going to be summer-like in this part of the United States in southwest winds aloft. So there's going to be a big contrast. Cold in the west, warm in the east as we go into Memorial Day weekend. This is the precipitation forecast through Monday afternoon. So while this is not excessive, you can see lots of yellows and blues and yellows and greens all across the northern plains of the northern Rockies here. And we're going to get some areas of rain. Let's hope in this area here that really needs it. I think there's a good chance of that. Even into some of the areas that are having the forest fire problems in north central New Mexico could get some rain and some high elevation snowfall. That's right. As we take a look, this is why we're telling you there is a risk this weekend. This is through Monday. The higher elevations of Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, the Intermountain West. If your plans take you to the high country this Memorial Day weekend, you need to be prepared for cool, wet weather. By Saturday afternoon, that cold front gets pushed in. So For Friday and Saturday, it's going to still be warm in this area here. But for the rest of the Northern Rockies and the Pacific Northwest, you're going to see the colder air beginning to push in Saturday. It kind of stabilizes Sunday. Sunday not looking all that bad temperature-wise. But then look at Monday for Memorial Day. The colder air pushes further east. So Memorial Day along and south of I-70 will still be warm. But the Northern Plains and the Northern Rockies and the Pacific Northwest will really cool off. So we'll have more detail as we get closer to the Memorial Day weekend. In the meantime, be ready for really typical late May weather, a little bit of